Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome yourself to another episode of the Blind Counter Podcast. I am your host with the most, the Offset, aka Big Bob here today, and I'm joined here today with two of my co-hosts here. We've got the GOAT of entertainment, the executive producer himself, Mr. AKIIRA, AMANE, and joining us again, we got N55 Matthias, aka the GOAT of everything analytical. How we doing today, gentlemen? How we feeling?
Hey, we back. We back. Week one done, bro. I'm good. I'm good. How about you, bro?
Doing good, man. Doing good. We did have a great weekend. How you feeling, Mr. Matthias? How you doing?
Yeah.
It's good to be back, and we didn't wait a month in between this time. So glad
Oh
to see you
yeah.
guys picking the schedule. Yeah. Just came off
More sunlight.
some CMG dubbage, so cannot complain.
Yeah, man. It was an absolute awesome weekend here. Before we jump into the matches, though, we're 1 week past our last episode here. Anything new? Anything exciting in between matches or episodes here? You just sort of jump right into it.
Bro, just camo grind and a little bit of sunlight, a little more than the last month, but nothing's changed, bro.
I hear that, dude. Yeah, no, for real. Definitely got a lot more sunlight. The camo grind has been completed almost. And we're on the bigger and better things, CMG wagers and things like that. So,
I'm behind.
absolutely.
I'll
Absolutely.
be there.
You just gotta stick with it.
Yeah, man.
I'll be
You
there.
gotta put them hours in, dude. Get that trigger finger going, you know?
After the camos, I'm in them XPs.
There we go.
Absolutely. Well, we got a lot to talk about here, and the first thing up on the chopping block here, let me bend over real quick. We've got the P4 on exposure has been removed in new room here. So on the minimap, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this area here, but this is where the circle's at. And they removed the cut to solar from that circle cut there and moved that to a small room with 3 entrances. And now that is the new P4 for exposure there for anyone who is not aware of that recent change. So that was what we were looking forward to here into the matches. So let's go into the first weekend here. And first up on the chopping block, we've got the absolute opening series here, which was Riyadh Falcons versus the Optic Texas here. And this was an absolute 3-0 slammage from the boys in green over there. They played a hard point on Scar, a Den Search and Destroy, and an Overload on Den as well. Anything that you guys want to speak about on this series here? We'll go with Matthias first.
I mean, it was carnage. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. I think Optic showed up to play, and you can see that in the results. I it, the new org for Falcons is gonna have to reevaluate some things if they're gonna be taken seriously moving forward after that display of match one there.
Yeah, definitely a tough wrap for Falcons here. I mean, this was a hot Optic Texas coming in. They have been absolutely slamming here. I mean, just looking at the stat line here, we got Dashy dropping a 1.07, Hook dropping a 0.84, Mercury's dropping a 1.80 plus 28 spread, and Shotzi going crazy as well with a 1.50 with a plus 23 spread. And then looking at the side of Riyadh Falcons here, it's not looking too good. An absolute red carpet here, Celium a 0.85, Exnid a 0.68. Kismet a 7.0, and Pred a 0.94 here. Mr. Amanis, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, dude, I feel bad for Celium. I mean, low key, I think this might be the season where, he's always went positive. Like he's probably not gonna that record's gonna go for real. But I mean, Merc, bro, look at that. I know stat line, blah blah blah. It's 1.8.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
come
insane,
on,
dude.
dog. Like,
This guy is
against
shooting.
3 world champs, and I mean, there's Exnet, and it's crazy to see Kiz too. I feel like he's not playing his role like he should. I mean, we all figured Optic was gonna get this one, but yeah, the Den a little close. I was wondering about that one. I thought Riyadh might do a little something, but nah, it ain't happening.
Nah, and that was in a hot 3-0 victory for Optic Texas in the opening series. And then switching on over to the second series of the night. Where do we go here? All right. So, whoa. We had the Boston Breach versus the Carolina Royal Ravens here, and this was a 3-1 victory for the Boston Breach here. They played a Map 1 Colossus Hardpoint, a Map 2 Scar Search and Destroy, Map 3 was Den Overload, and ending it out on a 250 to 214 exposure Hardpoint. The 3-1 victory for the Boston Breach. What are your thoughts on this series here, Mr. Matthias?
Yeah, so I didn't catch this one live. However, I'm ecstatic to see Boston Breach pulling out an early victory in the season. My boy Snoopy going crazy, if you want to call it that crazy with a what is that 1.06. But
Yeah.
wins are wins, right? So I'll have to go back and watch the VOD to see how those maps played out. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could watch the round 6 or round 11 on Scar.
All right, let's go into a live listening here on the Map 2 Round 11 win for Carolina Royal Ravens.
At least one man. He goes high. The perfect maneuver from Nero to cover his teammate.
That was an absolute L.
Great clip. Yeah, great.
Great clip.
Well, just looking at the score line here, the map one pretty.
Just got trolled.
Yeah, that was insane. What the fuck was that?
Dude, Aaron made that shit.
The map one was pretty much a slam fest here for Boston Breach. Map 2 was pretty close, obviously. A round 11 going to the side of Carolina Royal Ravens being their only map that they win there. And then Boston Breach winning 3 and 4 there. So definitely a victorious win there. Looking at the stat lines here, we got Cammy dropping a 1.08, Nasty a 1.40, Purge a 0.82, and Snoopy a 1.06. And then everyone on the side of Carolina Royal Ravens is negative, except for Lurks here. He's a 1.01 with a +1 spread here, but everyone else on his team negative. We got Craze a 0.98, Nero a 0.91, and Slasher a 0.82. But pretty convincing win here for Boston Breach. I'd say Carolina has a lot to learn here. I know they do have 2 young guns on their team there, 2 new rookies. So I think they just got to get some more reps together, and they'll probably figure something out and be a little bit more competitive than what we saw on Friday. But moving on here into the second series here, or the last series on Friday night here, we had the Los Angeles Thieves versus the Vegas Falcons. That's going to take me some time to reevaluate that. But this was a hot 3-0 going to the side of LA Thieves here. We've got a Den Hardpoint, a Scar Search and Destroy, and an Exposure Overload. Matthias, what are your thoughts on this series here?
Yeah, I mean, I think FaZe didn't look like themselves, like what I've come to see FaZe play like in this matchup. LA Thieves sort of did the same thing that Optic did. They came to play. You could tell in the comms, you could tell in the rotations, you could tell just across the board that they wanted it more. And whenever you look and you see some pretty good shots, I mean, Draza, Abezy both going negative there for FaZe. It's it's early season still, so these maps and these matches don't really mean much, right? There's still a lot of game to learn, but I don't know. LAT coming out on top was not what I had on my docket.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of bounce off of that, this was the Abezy versus Simp show. First time they've battled it out since joining the Pro League here. So that duo has now split up here. Obviously, Vegas and LA Thieves here. And just looking at the stat line, Abezy and Simp, only one. I mean, they're battling out, man. 1.38 for Simp and a 1.35 for Abezy. But Mr. AMANE, what are your initial thoughts on this series here?
Yeah, bro. I mean, 3-0 is crazy. Low key, I didn't think it would go that way, to be honest. But watching Abezy and Simp go at it was awesome, dude. Like,
Yep.
That was crazy. It was generational for real. I mean, it's been never since were both coming in, right? So that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But I mean, FaZe, they turned up later, but I feel like mid-season they're really gonna catch a stride. FaZe at least, but yeah, it was Kenny was loving that. Scrap was loving that.
Oh yeah.
Just having Abezy there, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I thought it was gonna go Game 5.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like a pretty close series here. I was kind of in and out for this series here, but looking at the map one, 250 to 225, just pretty close game there. Matter of 1 or 2 rotations, obviously, a couple gunfights, win that one. And then going into the map two, a 6-4 Scar Search and Destroy. That could have, gone a couple ways there. And then a 5-4 Exposure Overload going to the side of LA Thieves here. So definitely a very competitive matchup. Wasn't too much of a slammage here, but it is a 3-0. So yeah, tough to see here, but just looking at the stat line here, we got Abezy dropping a 1.35, Hydra dropping a 1.11, Kenny dropping a 0.95, and Scrap having a little bit of a stinker one here, but a 0.82 will still get it done. And then on the side of Vegas Falcons, we've got 04 dropping a 0.76, Abezy a 0.98, Draza not having a great one at 0.79, and Simp the only one positive with a 1.38 plus 20 spread. So we got to get Simp the Pimp some help here. He is the one dropping 8,800 damage in this lobby here, the highest one in the lobby too. So he was absolutely ready to take on his secondary Tiny Terror. But that's going to wrap things up here for the Friday night matches here. And then going into the Saturday matches, we got first up, we got Toronto versus Miami here. And this went the distance in a map 5, 3-2 victory for the Toronto Koi. They played a map 1 Scar hardpoint going to the side of Toronto. Miami answered back on Scar, search and destroy in a map round 11. Then Overload Exposure goes 8-0 for Toronto. Holy crap. And then that map 4 goes back to the side of Miami here. And then going into the map 5, we get a 6-3 victory going to the side of Toronto Koi. Mr. Matthias, what are your thoughts on this this series here?
Yeah, so Joe was absolutely frying. I tuned in for the exposure here, and I think it was a perfect demonstration of two teams, one that took scrimming overload seriously, and one that didn't. I think the scoreline reflects that. I've been watching a lot of different scrims for both challengers and for pro teams whenever you can catch them, and overload really seems like it's going to be the determining factor for this year's CDL, and yeah, Koi really showed him who's who on that exposure.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the stat line here, we got Kleenex at 1.0, Insight at 1.23, Joe Deceives at 1.18, and Real at 1.20. On the opposite side here, we got Miami. Everyone dropping negative numbers here. Metals a 0.82, Rencor a 0.97, Super a 0.91, and Trakes, whatever you want to call them, a 0.82 as well. Mr. AMANE, man, what are your thoughts on just seeing this year?
Bruh. That exposure overload is crazy. I feel like because Trakes hasn't been there a while, they'll get it together for that game mode, but the other ones are kind of a little more cut and dry. Surprised it did go the distance. I thought Koi would kind of close it in 4 at the most, but I mean, it was a treat still. They were playing crazy. It was fun to watch.
I mean, shit, they almost closed it in 3, man. If they just won that round 11 on map 2, it would have been an absolute 3-0 victory, but looks
So
like
close,
Miami
dude.
dug deep there and won that second map, and then pushed the distance on that 4th map to 250 to 199, and then obviously wasn't so lucky there on that map 5. But all right, that's going to be a 3-2 victory for Toronto Koi in that absolute first matchup here of Saturday night. And then getting back into the second series here, we had Paris Gentlemates versus the Vancouver Surge, and this was a 3-0 victory for the Paris Gentlemates. They played a Colossus Hardpoint, a Raid Search and Destroy, and a Den Overload. Matthias, what's your absolute thoughts on this series?
Yeah, so this is another one I unfortunately was not able to tune into, but I mean, I think I'm not alone in saying I'm not surprised that it's a 3-0. I would have put my money on Gentlemates, especially after that preseason display. I mean, even though they choked it, but I'm gonna have to tune in for game 2 or game 3, I should say, rather, for Gentlemates. If they're putting up a good fight, I'd like to see what the season holds.
Yeah, Paris looking good, man. I'm not gonna lie here. I mean, just looking at the stat line, we got Ghosty a 1.53 plus 23 spread, Neptune a 1.01, or I'm sorry, a 1.10, Sib with a 0.94, and Envoy a 0.83. And then looking over here at Vancouver Surge, we got Abe a 0.92, Gwen the only one positive with a 1.14, Legend, the Halo Legend, dropping a 0.84, and Lunars a 0.82. Mr. AMANE, you got any thoughts on this series here?
Not too much, really. I really want Legend to turn up. I feel like it's there. It's just, takes time, but still early. But just thought it'd be a little further along by now compared to like Renegade and stuff like that. But I'm still getting used to the Gentlemates name.
Yeah, me too.
Like
I
it's
want to
kind
say
of
LAG so bad.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad the logo changed finally though to get that
Get
out of there.
get that mojo out of the way. I
Yeah.
mean, something to note as well. I mean, we got Legend coming in from Halo, and he's the lowest in the lobby for damage. He's dropping 5,721 damage, and everyone else is dropping at least 7K plus 8K, 7 to 8K here. So low engagements, not shooting well, but looks like he's probably a little bit lost on the map here. But only time will tell to see if he'll be able to bring it back and make it clap. So. But that's going to be a hot 3-0 for Paris against the Vancouver Surge here. And then going into the last series we have on Saturday is going to be your G2 Minnesota versus the Cloud9 New York. And this went the distance here to a map 5, And this is going to be an absolute 3-2 victory going to the side of G2 Minnesota Rocker here. So Cloud9 come out hot on the Colossus Hardpoint, map 1. And then G2 answer back on the map 2 Search and Destroy Colossus, as well as the map 3 Den Overload. Cloud9 tie things up on the map 4 Scar Hardpoint. And then in a 6-3 Scar Search and Destroy, the Minnesota, I want to say Rocker, but G2 Minnesota come out victorious in a 3-2 victory. Mr. AMANE, what you got to say on this series here?
Dude, Estriel, I didn't think he was gonna be crazy, but he's pretty crazy this game. Like that's all I could really take from it was watching him. I mean, Skies had some moments, but I didn't think it would go the distance, and I really thought Cloud9 was gonna take it just for some weird reason. But G2's actually pretty good. I can't lie. Like a sleeper team, but not really. It was a fun watch.
Yeah, I mean, G2 definitely a competitive team here. Didn't think they're going to come out, as strong as they
Nah.
actually are, but I mean, they're definitely shooting back. I mean, Estriel's the only one really shooting back here with a 1.22 plus 20 spread. Kremp following up with a 1.09. Mamba, the young rook, with a 0.95, and Skies a 0.83. And then going on the side of Cloud9 New York, here we've got Afro dropping a 1.1, Beans a 0.9, Mac a 1.01, and Vivid a 0.90. Matthias, you got any closing thoughts for this series?
Yeah, I mean, Cramp showing up for G2. I like to see that. I know two of our acquaintances had some money on this game. I believe they both cashed out on that G2 victory. I don't know. I wasn't super surprised. I'm a habitual C9 hater, so I had G2. I had G2 all the way. So yeah.
G2 all the way, absolutely. Yeah, it's looking good here. I'm glad Skies is in a good competitive team here to move forward after that absolute shit show on Optic last year. Well, all right. Well, that's going to round things out on this episode or this series here, and then getting into the Sunday night matches, we had LA Thieves versus the Riyadh Falcons, and this was a 3-1 victory going to the side of LA Thieves here. Riyadh Falcons coming out hot on the map 1 here, Scar Hardpoint 250 to 236. And then LA Thieves answer it out here on the Den Search and Destroy with a 6-0 victory. Then we're moving over to a Den Overload. And then an Exposure Hardpoint map 4, 250 to 207. Mr. AMANE, you got any opening thoughts on this series here?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely surprised map 1, but I mean, look, 6-0 after that set the tone, bro. I think that was a dagger right off rip.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the map was good, or the match was good, I should say, but yeah, Riyadh has some work to do, bro. I don't know how long it's gonna take. What do you think? Like, what major do you think they'll actually get it together?
That's a great question because it looks like they're just a competitive hardpoint team here. I mean, everything else is just not looking good here. I mean, just looking at this. Yeah, they are the hardpoint Harrys of the CDL here. Stealing, they could probably Neslo, if anything. Not even a Neslo, they're reverse Neslo, and then maybe winning an overload or getting lucky on a search and destroy here. But if they're going to get 6-0 on Den, dude, it's not looking good here. And then obviously another 5-1 victory on the overload. Not looking good there. They tried to make it the distance there on that map 4 exposure hardpoint 207 to 250, but just couldn't get things rolling enough there after a hot LA Thieves warmed up there. But just looking at the stat line here, we got LA Thieves, Abezy 1.01, Hydra 0.98, Kenny a 1.06, and Scrap a 1.10. And then on the side of Riyadh Falcons, we've got Celium a 1.08. He's positive. Xnet a 0.93, Kismet dropping a stinker here with a 7-1, and Pred a 1.19 plus 15 spread. Mr. Matthias, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so looking at this, noticing a theme here. It's easier to see it whenever you have all these matches with the maps laid out, but Den seems to be the proving ground, the differentiator between teams that have their shit together and those that do not. I mean, you look and you see LAT just wiping the floor, both on search and overload on that map. It kind of makes sense based on the games that we've been playing. I feel like it's a pretty good competitive map. It opens up a lot of unique plays and routes that some of the other maps may not encourage as much. And I think LAT capitalized off of their ability to play that map well.
I agree. LA Thieves looking good here. Definitely a mixy map one, but then they just got absolutely pissed off and piss slammed the rest of the series here in a 3-1 victory. So definitely a big W for the LA Thieves. But that's going to round things out for this match here. Then going into the second match of Sunday, we had Paris Gentlemates versus the FaZe Vegas. I want to say Falcons so bad. And this went the distance as well. This was a 3-2 victory for FaZe Vegas. Looks like here Paris. These colors are messing me up here. So Paris wins map
Optic.
1 on the Den hardpoint, and then FaZe comes back and wins map 2, Scar, Search and Destroy, and Overload Exposure map 3. And then Paris Gentlemates want to even things out on that map 4 Exposure hardpoint, and then a 6-0 definitely dominant victory here on the Den Search and Destroy, going to the FaZe Vegas fans here. Matthias, what are your opening thoughts on this series here?
Yeah, so not to beat a dead horse, but we see polar opposites on both maps of Den being played. Obviously, Gentlemates 250 to what's that 149? Is that what that says? Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly they play hardpoint well on that map, and then you flip the script, you take respawns away, and 6-0 out of FaZe. I think that, not to just piggyback off of what I just said, but I think that's really going to be a common theme as we move forward into the season. This map and Scar being one of those both of those are more technical maps, where you can't necessarily just bang it out and win just off of high engagements. So I didn't get a chance to watch this match live, but yeah, I think FaZe sort of had that one in the bag before they went up against.
Yeah, I mean,
this
was definitely a coin flip for me, just kind of feeling it out. I mean, I know Paris Gentlemates have been frying here recently, and obviously FaZe Vegas have the Simp and Draza duo, and then Abuza 04 pickup as well. So I was kind of on them for a little bit here, but just looking at the stat lines here, we got Envoy dropping a .93, Ghosty a .92, Neptune the only one positive to 1.09, and Sib dropping a .89. And on the opposite side here, we got FaZe Vegas 04 dropping a 1.16, Abuza a 1.01, Draza a .75. Wow. And Simp a 1.26 with a +18 spread. Mr. AMANE, what are your thoughts on the series here?
Yeah, from earlier, like when I was saying that FaZe kind of sped it up on this match, it was obvious. I mean, 04 was actually doing his thing. I feel like he was working better with Simp. This one is worth the watch. It was a banger. I thought Paris was going to win it just based on what I saw earlier from FaZe, but they turned it up. And then, I don't know, Draza's been having a stinker opening weekend.
Yeah, I don't know what he's got, something going on behind closed doors, or if he's just uncomfortable.
I think so, but you want to create a narrative? You want to start a narrative?
I don't know if I want to start all that. I don't know if I want to start all that, you know what I'm saying? But
he's rich, bro.
I don't want Keeks coming after me or anything like that. But
oh, hell no.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like either he's really uncomfortable with 04 and Abuza joining the likes of him and Simp, or if he's just got a lot of shit going on behind closed doors. Who knows what could be happening? Obviously, we had that split of the absolute Vegas or Atlanta FaZe. Holy shit! So who knows what's going on over there? But Draza needs to figure it out. He wants to keep being competitive in the scene here. But it's going to be a 3.
Actually, it's FaZe Vegas now, not Atlanta FaZe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What? Anyhow. And then going into the last series of the weekend here, we had Optic Texas closing things out with G2 Minnesota here. And this was a 3-1 victory going to the side of Optic Texas here. We played a hardpoint Scar map 1 going to the side of G2. Then Optic Texas answering out everything on the rest of the series here. The Raid, Search and Destroy, the Den Overload, and the Exposure hardpoint. 250 to 113. Mr. AMANE, what are your opening thoughts on this series here?
It did get close at times, but I mean, I did think Optic had this one just based off what we've seen so far and everyone's streaming. But I hope I don't get trolled. I was going to ask you to try to find that ninja defuse from Merc or like the 1v2 on Raid, but we'll see if they work in a second. But it was a good one to watch. And yeah, Dashy was going nuts.
I think this is the 1v2 you're talking about right here. Let's go into a live listening real quick.
Go
Don't
for the
troll us.
full rewrap.
Oh,
What
wow.
a ballsy call. And the timing may work out perfectly. He's going to have top bedroom control. Has an M15 off the reload. 3 seconds on the clock. Mamba falls in the
Rip.
blink of an eye. And now it's just down to Kremp, who has to try to stick for it. Mercules comes back over to check. Kremp gets pushed off the defuse. And Mercules is going to clutch up the round thanks to the clock.
That's big
What a
perk
call
30,
to
baby.
rewrap bedroom.
Absolutely.
Only after checking
Big
the bomb
round, boy.
Big round. But
He's
yeah,
smart.
this was an absolute masterclass here for Optic Texas. Besides that absolute map 1 here, we're just looking at the stat line. We got Dashy a 1.34, Hook a 0.96, Mercules a 1.13, and Shotzi a 0.97. And on the opposite side here, we got G2, a red carpet, a 0.90 for Estriel, a 0.98 for Crimp, a 0.99 for Mamba, and a 7.9 for Skies. Not looking good for Skies. Mr. Matthias, what are your thoughts on this series here?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't show it, but I think Hook played very well. I guess it doesn't not show it, but not being positive has that sort of connotation.
Yeah.
I think Hook played very well. I have just recently started actually tuning into what he's all about, and I think he's actually one of my favorite players on the roster. I'm not gonna lie. Some fantastic plays out of Dashy and Merc across the series. Obviously, that 1v2 that we just watched. A little technicality, playing time. Not channeling anything that you don't need to. Securing that match point. It's great. Dashy's gross. I think we all can agree with that one. I don't know. It was a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dashy's looking final form here. Definitely within these past couple of years for sure, but this year especially with that 1.34, I mean, he's just absolutely on cloud 9, no New York. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's going to be it for the absolute opening season here for the CDL. And then we can jump into some predictions for this next weekend if you'd like. So it looks like here the next matchup is going to be Riyadh Falcons versus the Carolina Royal Ravens. This is going to be a good one to watch for sure because it's the Burger Bowl. What are your guys' predictions here for Carolina Royal Ravens?
Oh, I gotta think for a second.
I want to say Carolina. I want to say Carolina, but I know the talent is on Riyadh Falcons, but I don't know, man. This is going to be a 50-50 for me.
I'm gonna go Mick Riyadh for the dub, but I don't know the map count. I do not.
Man, I don't know.
That's tough. It's the Burger Bowl for real.
I'm gonna say 3-2.
Gotta go with the house.
I'm gonna say 3-2 Carolina.
I'll go the opposite then.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you thinking, Matthias?
Gotta be 3-2 Carolina.
All right, we like that. And then next after that, we've got Minnesota versus Boston Breach. This is gonna be another good one here.
That's a good one.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Boston Breach on this one. I'm not gonna give it a map. I'm not gonna give a map count, but I'm just gonna say Boston Breach on this one. Mr. Mane, what are you thinking?
Perj gonna have that buff. You feel me? So I'm gonna have to go with Boston.
Okay, Mr. Matthias.
Clean sweep, Boston all the way.
Boston all the way. All right, we like that. All right, and then last up on Friday night, we've got Vancouver versus Toronto. I'm going to go ahead and say it 3-0 Toronto.
Facts.
Yeah.
Sorry, legends.
Yeah, they're not looking too hot, I'll be honest. Matthias,
Ooh.
are you in any qualms with that?
Oh, I think I agree completely. It's Toronto's going to mop the floor with them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, then going into Saturday, we've got Paris Gentlemates versus the LA Thieves. Now, this will be a really good one to watch. I'm definitely going to say LA Thieves, but it might go map 5 for me, but LA Thieves for me. Mr. Matthias, what are your thoughts?
I'm torn. I think this is going to be like a really good game to watch. It could go one of two ways, right? I would really love to see it go to a full 5. Or 6? Am I tweaking? 5.
For matches, yeah, man.
Yeah. I'd love to see it go to a full 5. I think you're right. I think LA Thieves is going to bring it out, but I would prefer it if Gentlemates was able to come out on top.
Yeah, Mr. AMANE, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think LAT has it. Just because FaZe beat Paris and LAT beat FaZe. Just going off that stat, and we could go either way. It might be a coin flip, but I gotta give it to LAT.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say if Paris won against FaZe, then I would say it'd be a little bit even,
Yeah.
but they didn't look so good. So who knows? But all right, then moving on, we also have Optic versus Miami. Let's go ahead and say green. Wall. I'm
Wall,
going,
baby.
baby. Yep. Any qualms with
Miami's
that?
winning that.
All right, get this guy
Yeah.
out of here. Get this guy out of here.
Oh my fucking god.
Get this guy out of
Drake's
here.
fan.
Yeah, I'm joking.
This Drake's fan on the fucking show would be crazy.
Get him out of here.
3-0,
Well,
baby. Fuck
3-0.
'em.
Yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, all right. And then going into the last Saturday night match, we've got Vancouver versus Cloud9 New York. Now, I don't know who to
Who?
pick here, but I'm going to have to say Cloud9 just because Vancouver's not looking so hot. But I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts here? Mr. AMANE, we'll go with you first.
Yeah, I have to definitely say Cloud9. I mean, I don't think Surge is going to be ready for a minute, so I'm probably going to, whoever they're up against, it's going to be the opposite when they come up. But yeah, Cloud9, I'm going to say 3-1 just to see if they get a little hype in there. Just one map for Surge, but that's just for the vibes,
I feel
to
you.
be honest.
I feel you. Matthias, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna let my opinion be the wind in Vancouver's sails here.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm calling. Yeah, I think Vancouver's gonna sweep C9. I have to stick to my guns.
Ooh.
C9
Okay.
hater through and
Okay.
through.
All
This is
right.
gonna be their turnaround point. It's gonna be an underdog.
Legend's going to go 1.4.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yep,
dude.
yep.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
That'd be insane. Well, we'll see.
Dash
We'll
and
see.
coaching him on the weekends.
Oh my God. All right, and then getting into Sunday, we've got Riyadh Falcons versus the Boston Breach here. Obviously, this will be a Boston Breach victory, maybe a 3-1 or a 3-0. Matthias, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, 3-1, 3-0. Boston. I think that's pretty set in stone.
Yeah. Mr. AMANE, any qualms?
Nah, BB 3-1.
Yes, absolutely. All right, then getting into that second matchup, we've got Miami versus Cloud9. Ooh, I'm gonna say Miami, 3-1 or 3-2. Mr. Mani, what are your thoughts?
Definitely just to see more gameplay, 3-2. Even though it's I want to see more gameplay out of Miami. So yeah, I'm definitely got them winning. I feel like they'll have some more reps to actually get some things together by this time.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Matthias?
Miami 3-2. Yep.
I feel you. I
Gonna
feel you.
downfall of C9.
All right, and then last but not least, we've got Toronto versus FaZe. Now, this will be a good one to watch. I kind of want to pull for FaZe on this one. I feel like this one might be go the distance, but I feel like Toronto is just really good too. I'm not sure, man. I'm really not sure here, but I'm gonna say FaZe Vegas for this one. What are your thoughts, Matthias?
I think based on what we've seen so far, map selection is going to have a lot to do with which way this cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
I think I agree that FaZe Vegas has a better chance, but I really do think it's going to be a coin flip.
Yeah, I agree. Mr. Money, what are your thoughts?
I think if there is a lot of den, I think FaZe is gonna blitz and get the dub. But if it's a kind of a mix, yeah, coin flip it. But I'm gonna go FaZe. I want to see a lot of this, so 3-2.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all right, well, that'll be next weekend or this following weekend when this goes live here, starting on Friday and then going through Sunday. And then after that, we won't have any matches until January 9th, ladies and gentlemen. So a good 3 to 4 week break there. So we'll see what they're going to do as far as scrims and all that fun stuff and learning how to get better with some of these lower tier teams here. Well, all right, switching gears here into some other news here. I'm going to go and try to get some season Black Ops 7 predictions here. So we've got Rookie of the Year, Season MVP, first team to make a change, first on standings, last on standings, teams that will win a major. Win a major. I don't know why that for. And then CDL. Oh, we got to pick 4. And then CDL champions. So it's champs, pretty much. So
clip this now for later.
yeah, absolutely.
We gotta do that.
So rookie of the year, man, this is gonna be a tough one, but I feel like Mamba might be up there for that one. Matthias, who do you think is gonna be that rookie of the year?
Purely out of my ignorance as to the rookies, I'm gonna have to agree with you and say Mamba.
Okay, I'm messing with it. Mr. Amani, your thoughts?
He's actually the first thing I read. Mamba came to mind, so yeah, I'm gonna have to say Mamba. But I mean, I'm trying to think of the other rookies too, and since none other came to mind, that lets me know he's standing out. I have to go with Mamba.
I like it. I like it. All right, season MVP. I kind of want to say Mercules. I'm not gonna lie here, but other than that, I'd say Hook, Scrap.
I'm gonna say Dashy. He's in his fucking bag,
Yeah,
dude.
Dashy's up
Yep.
there too.
He's got the car. He's got the side quest going. He's got the money. He's got the vibe with the team. Like everything's lined up for this boy
Yeah.
to just pop off.
If he
I'm gonna
can
say
do
Dashy.
some crazy clutches, I can see that shit for sure. For sure.
If he does some Merc stuff, like, and that's the thing, Merc's the safe bet, but I'm gonna say Dash.
Matthias, your thoughts?
I'm gonna pull. I think realistically, yeah, Merc seems like the obvious contender, but I'd like to throw Joe C's name.
Okay,
Mm.
that's a good shout. That's
Yeah.
a good shout. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so first team to make a change. I'm definitely gonna say, jeez, man. After
You
seeing
know
what
the
I've,
answer. Go ahead, look at him. Look at him first. You know the answer.
Riyadh Falcons or Vancouver Surge. That'd be my guess there.
Ooh.
What are your guys', Matthias? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Falcons have about another 48 minutes before they're making a change. So yeah, I'm gonna have to lock
Clayster's
in
on the
Falcons
phone.
there. Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude.
I think Carolina and Cloud9, you could add to that too.
Yeah, I agree. Well, all right, and then last or first on the standings here, I'm obviously Optic Texas. Any qualms there, Matthias?
Nope, I agree.
Mr. Mane?
OTX, baby.
All right, and then last on standings, I'm gonna say, Falcons, man. Falcons. Any qualms with that?
shit, okay.
Any qualms with that, Matthias?
C9.
Okay. Mr. Mane?
He's on his
your thoughts?
He's on his slay list
Yeah.
shit with Optic. He's
I thought I
on-
was joking.
No, he's a
he hates
C9
it.
hater, baby. I love
There's
it.
no superstars. There's no anyone on there. None. I'm gonna go
talent.
Surge, bro. I'm
Surge?
gonna say Surge is at the bottom.
Okay. I like it. All right, and then teams that will win a majors. We got to pick 4 of them. Obviously, Optic, LA Thieves. We'll go Gentlemates and FaZe. What are your thoughts?
Uh-oh.
What are your top 4, Mr. Mane?
I think Toronto's gonna actually end up better than FaZe this year, so I'm gonna take them out and put Koi in just for the spice.
Okay, Matthias, your thoughts?
Yes, I'm going. I agree with Mane, but I'm going Optic, Toronto, LAT, and out of left field, I'm gonna pull Boston Breach in there. I have a
Okay.
feeling.
Okay, that's
They
a
are
little
nasty.
sleeper. That's a little sleeper.
Cammy in
Come
there.
back to this whenever they win it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, well, here's the absolute $1,000,000 question. Who's going to win CDL champs this year? Man, I want to say Optic can go on a three-peat here. Very, very, very likely, but also, who knows? Next up would probably be LA Thieves. Mr. Amane, what is your thoughts as you flex that absolute ring?
OTX going triple, and they're gonna be Chicago Bulls. Dude, the city. We gotta go. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
It's gonna be
Matthias?
jumping.
Yeah. So I think. Yeah, Greenwell. Optic's gonna take it. I think depending on how the season goes. I mean, I know we threw LAT as a possible there. I think that with a good season, Toronto has a chance.
Okay.
But it's gonna. There's a lot to be seen yet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we gotta see if Insight continues to be shooting straight or what that looks like there. But I know Joe Deceives is an absolute terror on that absolute team there for sure. But all right, well that's gonna be our predictions here at the beginning after the opening season. But switching gears here into some challengers news, we have Optic entering the challenger scene here with the Optic Huntsman. So they got Renegade, Neum, Kips, and RS. Is it Rispy?
Crispy, yeah.
What are your guys'
Rispy.
thoughts on Optic joining the challenger scene and their team?
Love it.
Mr. AMANE,
Love it.
go with you.
Dude, this is what we've needed. I mean, glad to see Huntsman branding back. That's pretty cool. I'm glad they kept everything open and on paper. And I saw the graphic designer shared like the work in progress, how he did this edit. I mean, it's goated. That's what's up. This is what instant good quality shit coming out for all the teams, even challengers. Like this is what the scene needs. And
Yeah.
it looks great. And I mean, Renegade definitely learning but doing his thing. Neum I feel like is low key the best on the team, but Rispy and Kips they are shooting. I've been watching Methods coach a lot. Just listening at the gym and like you can hear him. It's pretty good shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Matthias, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was tuned into some scrims earlier today while I was working, and I don't know if either of you saw it, but they were playing Overload on Scar. Believe it was Neum had like, an absolutely disgusting 3-piece with the pistol while carrying the ball, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential with him there. I like Renegade, but off of listening to Formal and Scump's thoughts on all of it. I think they have a good point in mentioning that comms are not where they need to be.
Yep.
There's a lot of gaps. You say you're going to pick up something here and don't comm that extra detail that ends up costing a teammate's life, et cetera, et cetera. I think there's some room for improvement, but I'm liking the way that they're looking.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, time will tell here to see if they can pick things up and get comfortable on the map here and be competitive here. But as far as this weekend goes, this was the Challenger Cup 1. And kind of going into the bracket here, obviously this is the bracket. Not too familiar with half of these teams here, but we got OMIT Brooklyn, and this was Sunday night, so I don't want to go through the whole thing here. But talking about grand finals here, we have Telluride, Bush, and Cabal going into the absolute grand finals of the Challengers Cup 1. And if you guys aren't familiar with Telluride Bush, it is the Barstool Gaming team here for Challengers, and this is an absolute show here by Jersey Jerry. So I got a couple clips here. In this tournament here, we had a couple of interesting situations go down. So for those who don't know, in challengers you have to wait your turn or whatever, to get advanced and whatnot. And while Telluride Bush was waiting on their match to start, two of their opponents were actually at a local LAN torching time. So let's go into a live listening on Jersey Jerry's response on this.
Daniel to say, Jersey Jerry here. I'm with the Bush squad. You got players playing in different LAN tournaments. My guys aren't going to be iced, okay? My guys ain't waiting 5 hours for these other two players that are playing in a different tournament to finish just to play us. They got to forfeit. It's either a forfeit or we're going to riot. It's very simple. Very simple. Get Challengers Intel on the horn too, Mook. We're not going to stand for this, okay? This is a real tournament, Challengers Cup. Challengers Cup for a reason. Why are guys playing in different LANs? It makes zero sense. What kind of rinky-dink program are we running here? Okay? Fix it. These guys got to hop out that LAN and come back to the Challengers Cup. It's very simple.
I agree, though. I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't be doing this. And hopefully this brings some insight and some eyes to the admins here to kind of keep things rolling and going, because this is actually a time torch for sure here. But then kind of moving on to some other news here, we got some an update on the flank.
Like if players and teams aren't showing up, they get a 15-minute timer. If they're not in the lobby, they forfeit. Period. Right? Like
I think that's what the rules state.
So what the fuck's going on? Who's the admin? Is there an admin or something? Like what's going on?
Section 3.2 in the rule book. That's what it says. 15 minutes. That's what it says.
Hey, I don't know. Hey, Donnie, is there an admin? Like, what are you guys playing on? Be on top of it. Like, if
Yeah, that
players
shit's
and teams-
insane.
They had the rule book out.
Yeah, that shit's fucking funny. Okay, so then going into grand finals here, we've got the 2-1 map count, and we got some absolute movement from TJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh,
that's TJ!
Holy shit, clip it! Clip it!
With the dinner table like in front of it.
Yeah.
I love
The Timu Scump.
That was
straight up, dude. That looks like Scump 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Slump.
Oh my god.
He's looking like Shotzi out there.
Yeah, he is.
shit!
Man.
Holy fuck.
That was
I just used my
nuts.
fans.
Nice!
Oh.
Let's go! Holy shit!
Dude, he even sounds like Scump.
He really does, dude. Yeah, man. So this was in grand finals. Is now 3-1. And then going into another map count here, we're going into TJ
TJ Robinson.
TJ Robinson here
With the tutty.
with the tutty.
Ride it, Jerry. Ride it, Jerry. Ride it,
Holy shit.
Absolutely, I love this fucking the damn watch party from Bush here. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's what we needed
They
in
get
this
hype.
thing for real.
Absolutely. So then going into this, we have an absolute NA Challenger Cup champions here going to T Bush Gaming, TJ, Capsidol, Prolute, and Spart. Here's the game-winning moment.
Alright, it's head.
Come on, dude! Come the fuck on! Let's go! Dude, let's go! That's what we fucking do! Yeah! Oh my god, Jerry! Oh my god! No! Oh my god, Jerry!
He just absolutely rioted and brought the house down, dude. Holy shit. That is hilarious, dude. So yeah, absolute cinema here from the NA Challenger Cup here. I was actually watching this last night go down, and it was pretty good, man. They are shooting absolute nukes. So GG's to Telluride Bush.
Oh, yes.
All right, we'll switch on over to some news here or other things here. So we had what was this, Mr. Amani or Matthias? Do y'all remember what this was with
That was
the
a creators tournament.
Yeah. So the creators tournament here, we've got absolute clips here of Benjay. So let's go into a live listening here on some clips here, some trolley clips.
That's the thing, yeah, like, bro, see, they had to direct him to plant, because, like, bro, we just gotta lay this shit, bro.
Team.
I've done them both in kitchen.
Like watching Slaya play the game too.
Yeah.
There's no audio. Wait, what just happened? What just happened? He just tweaked.
I mean, admittedly, that was a pretty bad spot.
He just tweaked, bro. Bro, what the fuck's going on? Bro, what? He can't hear. Yo, think about it. He can't even hear anybody. He can't even hear his teammates. Dude, Ben, where'd you go?
Man, I just tweaked.
Did you lag out? No, I was here. I was here. I'm good. I'm good. You guys want to do? You guys want to go A or B?
Yo, you guys
How'd you see him?
stay on properly? Because you shouldn't be able to nade mid like that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to. That's why I stopped it. I looked at it.
Looking at Chad. Chad's making him toy.
And then here's another clip from Formal watching his POV.
Yeah, like there's that train. Let me know if they go to bottom.
Okay, this is probably the exact face he makes if you were to walk in on like getting cheated on or something. Probably look just like that. Babe.
I'm wrapping our side. Let's retake from our side.
That ass?
Yeah,
The sniper has an AR. The sniper has an AR.
it might go B.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Little bug-eyed. Good win. Still the sniper.
dude, his eyes are just open.
After all we've been through, babe.
I threw him in through, babe.
What you do?
His periphery's on 150, bro.
Oh, he's tweaking, bro. He's
He's-
on three.
Leaning and shit. He's
Wait, his
tweaking.
eyes-
on three.
You can, wait, his eyes calmed down after he died. That's insane.
Yeah.
They really did, dude. That's hilarious. What the fuck? And then we get the last one right here. Let's go into a live listen in.
Oh, it's like this.
Nice. Yo, sniper top window. Sniper there top window. Sniper there top window.
Alrighty.
Nothing beyond me. I'm gonna get cracked.
No, you're good. There's nothing Nothing's pushed up.
Okay.
One's their side. Their side.
Sniping the top window backed up.
I ain't stun him, Chris. I'm still gonna.
I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of want my teammates to look like this. Am I tweaking?
Alright.
Motherfucker looks locked in.
He's there sniping pin.
Look at it, bro.
Oh, it's like this.
This shit's mad funny, bro. I love seeing this shit, bro. I had to include this shit in here because it was absolute comedy when I saw it on DL here.
Oh wait, he's it. Damn, bug-eyed Ben.
A bug-eyed Ben.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
What
Bug-eyed
are the
Ben.
comments? What's the comments on
Oh,
this
God, let's
post?
see here. I don't know. I fuck with Ben. LMAO. Laughing face. He look like my cousin who barely plays with life or death as they do. Playing Kai makes me dislike him even more. He's tweaking. How much Addy did he take before the tourney? Holy. Someone said he had enough rattle to kill an elephant. Jeez Louise, dude. That shit's hilarious.
Don't let the haters stop you from shining. They just
Well, all right. Then moving on to some other news here. As far as CMG goes, obviously with the Season 1 drop, we had Standoff added to the rotation and Cortex removed, as well as the Black Cell operators are all banned, Prestige attachments are all banned, Ballistic Knife is banned, and DLC and Battle Pass weapons are all banned as well on CMG. So W there for that. Cortex wasn't the greatest S&D map. Did you guys have any qualms with that coming out and Standoff coming in, or what are your thoughts, Mr. Matthias?
I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's just because the games that we have played, I don't think Standoff's a bad map by any means. Right? It's been in so many games for a reason. It's one of the best maps in Call of Duty history.
Okay.
However, going back to even like last episode, whenever I was talking about how I'm kind of tired of the same 4 maps being put in rotations because we know they're good maps, I was a little sad to see Cortex go because I enjoyed the challenge that map held for Search. I thought it played well, and I'd be interested to see. I don't think it will, but I'd be interested to see if that gets reversed at any time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd like to see a bigger map pool. I want to see like a good laundry list of maps instead of just kind of keeping it pigeonholed to 4 or 5 maps. But Mr. Amani, what are your thoughts?
And the restrictions make sense, but I'm kind of on the same page. Like, I really didn't like Cortex, but I almost would rather it in just for the fresh, strats. I mean, we all played Standoff, so, but I'm sure it's a little different. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not against it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll be interested to see what this looks like going in after the CDL break if they bring in Standoff into the map rotation as well. All right.
Utopia or nothing?
Oh yeah,
with
Utopia. Utopia is in the mix for Console Kings. I haven't gotten enough reps on there yet to kind of really get comfortable on it. But it is very 6-star-esque as far as like the visuals go and whatnot, but not as open and flanky. A lot of walls, a lot of fucking headies, a lot of different lanes.
Yeah, I like that map.
Yeah, it's a good map once I learn it. All right, and then last up on the chopping block here, we've got bullet penetration updates here going into effect here. So it slightly increases the distance which bullets can penetrate through surfaces of any types. Bullets that successfully penetrate through surface now experience a flat percentage of damage fall off regardless of distance where that was penetrated. FMJ will now increase distance penetrated as well as reduce the penetration damage fall off, as well as address issues with FMJ from improving penetration damage as intended. So is this a W or an L update, Mr. Matthias?
I mean, I think for public matches, I think it's a W. I don't think it affects us much one way or another whenever we're playing CMG. So obviously, your meta build doesn't include. In fact, aren't
FMJ's banned.
FMJ or overpressured?
Yeah, it's banned
anyway. But no, I think I can get behind it.
I like it. Mr. Amane, what are your thoughts?
It kind of evens things out a little bit because, I mean, we're all wall banging and even corners. I mean, you're just hoping to catch him off some ping even sometimes. But yeah, I'm not against this either. I think it's probably a good thing in the long run.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I definitely think it's a W, just because sometimes top church can be a struggle, and just getting those extra rounds down range can definitely affect what the map does. But anyhow, that's going to be it for this episode here. I really appreciate everyone listening, watching, wherever you guys are. here on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, or here live on Twitch on Monday. But Mr. AMANE, thank you, man. Everything that you do, we really appreciate you do everything on and off the screen. You're an absolute goat. We wouldn't be able to do it without you, man, for real. And Mr. Matthias, thank you for all the insight and the good brain knowledge and professionalism that you bring as well. Really appreciate that as well.
And the co-host with the most, baby. You already know we gotta
do
say
it without the big man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's going to
Big
be
man on
episode.
stand.
Absolutely, baby. Let's go. Standing up on business. But that's going to be episode 85 in the wraps here. We really appreciate you guys. If you guys would like, leave a comment below, like and subscribe. It's free. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of the BCP. Peace.
Peace.